So this very short video is going to show you how you can upload photos to your Storymap. Okay, so the first way you can upload a photo is if it's part of an article that you found, maybe one of your research articles, then the best way to get the photo is to actually save it. So you're going to right click it, and you can't copy the image, it won't work. You can try to copy the image address, so you can try that. That sometimes works. And then if it works, then what you would do is you can go to where you want to put that picture in. In this case, because it's about a man who's using a social distancing machine, I want to put it around the part where I talked about social distancing and the machine. So I'm going to include the image here, and I'm going to put the link. Okay. And voila, it worked. Okay. If that doesn't work, you're also able to just save it right to your computer and then upload it as well. Okay, so this would be an example of a picture. Now, let's say you don't have a picture that works for you based on the research articles that you have. Like you just don't think the article pictures were good enough for your project. No problem. What we would do then is we'd look for a picture online. So I'm going to delete this, which by the way is good to know. If you ever want to delete anything on your assignment, just click the garbage can and delete, and it'll get rid of that. That's true for anything, so whether it's a heading or this, you can just delete by pressing backspace, but pictures you have to click on it and look for the garbage can. Now let's say I did not have a picture that I liked yet. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and let's say I didn't want to use this picture. I'm going to go to Google for a moment. Okay, and you can take photos from anywhere. But I'm going to say for this case, I know that there was social distancing, and I know there was a challenge. It's a hard thing in downtown Toronto. Those are my keywords, okay? I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to search specifically for images, okay? Now, don't just jump to the first image that you see, okay? We want to think about why is this image or picture the best choice? What is it showing the viewer? So I want to show that it's hard to stay away from people in downtown. So this one's okay. It shows me it's Yonge Street. But if I keep looking, actually, this is the best picture I found. Why? Well, look at this great example of how he's trying to like walk through one of those construction scaffolding things that we've all seen in downtown. And you can't even get by. So if there was another person, how on earth can you stay 2 meters away? So this photo is really helpful to see that it's downtown and to see why the sidewalks are so narrow in such a busy place. So if I wanted to use a picture that's from another source that I have not yet given credit to, what you do is you go down to the link down here, and it's going to say copy the link. Okay, so we're going to keep that. I'm going to make sure that this source is indeed, actually related to Toronto. It is Toronto. I've read the article quickly just to make sure it's okay. And now I'm going to add it into my picture. Again, if I want to add a picture, I can add it anywhere I want. I'm going to add it here, image, and I'm going to put that link here. Paste it in. And it's going to give me this photo. Why are you being difficult? Okay, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. We're going to copy the link. Copy link. Put it into here. And link. Okay, so if that wasn't working, which is good because it was working before for me, so that's very strange. If it's not working, then you could always instead just save the picture. Okay, if you're like, I really want this picture, which in my case, I really do, I'm going to save it directly to my desktop computer. Okay, and then I can just pull it up right from my computer. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and this time when I add an image, instead of saying a link, I'm going to upload it from my computer. And in order to do that, you have to drag it. So you have to actually open up the file nearby, and then you just literally drag your image into the, well, that's the wrong one. Oops. You're going to drag your image Where did that save? Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, there it is. So you have to look for it and then you need to drag it. So in this case, I'm going to need to make this a little bit smaller, minimize it, and move it around. You might have to rename it if you need it. And then I drag it in and then it will work. I'm going to add it. Excellent. And there is my picture. Okay. Now, in order to get full marks for this, your picture needs to have a caption underneath. That means telling me what it is. Sometimes you can take a line from your research and put it as the caption. So in this case, I already have a thing showing how difficult it is to social distance. So I'm going to use this line. I'm going to cut it and I'm going to paste it into here. So a man made a social distancing machine using pipes and bicycle tubes to show how hard it is to stay 9 meters away from other people, especially in the downtown area. There. So now it's showing me this is on Yonge Street and there. So, and then I still have information. Toronto sidewalks are narrow, making it hard for people to social distance. One of the most crowded areas is downtown Toronto because 41% of trips are done by walking or cycling. Okay, so now I have this great picture here. The last thing I need to do is, because I got this photo from a different source, I'm just going to put photo, and I'm not going to source it 100% properly because we have done a lot of work in this course already. So I'm going to allow you to just paste the link. Okay, so in order to paste the link, all you would do is you would go to the same place that we got the link from before. Okay, and even though it didn't work in this case for the ArcGIS, I can still definitely paste the link into here. And then that just shows where I got the photo from. And I will accept that as trying to give credit to where the photo was. Okay, this is a level 4 in terms of adding a photo because you have a really good picture choice. You have a caption that's just one sentence explaining what's happening. And you've also put the link to show where the picture came from. Okay, if it was from your research article, you wouldn't need to add the link. You would just put the in-text citation if you've been using those. Okay, so that's how you can add a picture. The last thing I'll show you is you can decide how your picture looks. You can put your picture to the right, like this. So in this case, it has a caption and then your information can be underneath. Okay, sometimes that doesn't look as good until you kind of move things up. Okay, if you don't like that, in this case, it doesn't look as good because I don't have enough information. This heading looks kind of out of whack. So I can go back to having it fully across. Okay, I can also make it smaller if I want. I don't want it to take that much space. So you can play around with these different settings, okay? If you don't like the picture, you can always delete it. And anytime you finish making something, it automatically saves as long as you're in a story map.